Make some noise now. Start clapping now for the one, the only. Come on, guys. Mr. Ryan Day. Let him hear it. Come on, let him hear it.
Yeah, buddy. Welcome to another episode of Hit the Mics with Ryan D. I, of course, am Ryan D. And joined with me today is Mr. Dee Rotten from the Dungeon podcast. Got to get some explosions in there. Welcome, dude. Welcome to Hit the Mics finally.
What's going on, dude? I swear to
welcome,
God.
welcome to LA.
Mics. This is fucking awesome, dude. This is awesome.
So you've been making your rounds. You came out for the Rat Talk show.
Yeah.
And now you've done Rat Talk. You've done now you're here before you have to take off and head back to New Jersey, right?
I mean, this is like I'm fanboying out. This is like, to me, this is like, I thought about this in like the summertime. Like, man, I would tell my wife, I would like, man, I'd love to be on Hit the Mics. I'd love to be on FamCast. I want to be on Rat Talk, man. She's like, who the fuck are you talking about? I was like, oh, you don't watch what I watch, man. But yeah, I want to go to California and be on these shows. She's like, do whatever you want to do. So
you know what, and that's really awesome to me to hear, because you're probably maybe the only person that you're on the other side of the country, and you're like the biggest influencer, or you're the biggest fan basically of what we're doing, which is dope, because we're not, to me, anybody can do this shit. It's not very hard, it's
you
just,
gotta have personality.
well, of course, but yeah, it's just kind of like, it's just something that Matt and I, my brother, I was just always talking about it, and then I finally started a podcast, and he wanted to do one, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll show you how to do everything. And then I started my own, and now it's like, by starting a HumpCast, it's gotten me to be a better like kind of broadcaster and speaker and everything, and it's really cool to hear from people like you, to know that there's people out there who enjoy it.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I sit there every fucking day. This is all my main one. I listen to all you guys, and maybe like 2 or 3 others, like Rogan, and like a wrestling podcast here and there. But
sure. So you still into WWE?
Not that much, but I mean, I do like hearing when they criticize, though.
Got it. I like. I used to listen to Unleashed, Steve Austin.
I was listening to him until like he did, like when he made a non-cursing one.
Really?
I kind of got stuck on that one. Like my for some reason my phone deleted the one with cursing. And then I had a non-cursing one. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Fuck Steve Austin, bro.
he's censoring himself on the. Yeah, I got you. There you go.
Let it be.
We're both too fat together.
Yeah, exactly. I won't even attempt.
All right, so before we move on, I gotta actually do a little read here. I got some more shit from Bear Republic. So shout out Bear Republic.
Word.
Bear Republic Brewing Company has sent me the Drift Racer Hazy Double IPA. It's at 8% alcohol by volume, 70 IBUs, hazy golden bitterness medium. Featured hops Galaxy, Hallertau Blanc, don't know how to say that, Hugh Melon, malt is a 2-row Pilsner, and wheat. Yeast Barbarian yeast. It's fucking metal. Yeah, man. So Bear Republic's been sending me beers to
crazy,
drink
man.
On the show, man. It's pretty inspiring. I'm like,
bad.
Some people want to have houses, cars, money. I think I've made it by just getting free beer.
You never got to go to the liquor store again, bro.
I mean, like, between these guys and Pacific Plate's been hooking me up too. It's been great.
That's fucking awesome.
But
dude.
yeah, so Bear Republic's a brewing company from the north. I'm not sure what city is it.
What state are they in?
Well, they're in California, but
okay.
they're up in the Bay Area. So I went and visited about last February.
What are they in thrash metal country?
Yes, actually. Well, they're okay. So there's San Francisco and Oakland, and then you go up further to like Sonoma County. And that's where they're at. Where it's like it's nothing but breweries and wineries and shit. And there's the Lagunitas Brewing Company in Petaluma, and then Bear Republic's up there too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember hearing you and your brother talking about Lagunitas.
Yeah, Lagunitas is great too, and they've hooked me up quite a bit there as well. But yeah, they sent me this bottle here.
I love the design on the bottle, man. It's awesome.
Well, they're the ones that are. Have you ever had Racer 5?
Dude, never. They don't sell those beers. Bro.
The Racer 5 IPA is their most famous beer. So I mean, I don't know how it is. So you're from New Jersey.
Yeah.
I don't know how the craft beer scene is over there.
I'm old school, dude. I don't really drink IPAs and all that. Just give me a Budweiser, give me a Modelo.
I respect that. I respect that.
I mean, even
I
a
can
Coors.
get that. Sometimes I get a little tired of the IPAs. Not gonna lie, because it's
They sound too strong, man, to me.
they are, but I'm just I'm a fan of flavor. I don't really like sometimes Budweiser's. I get it. I have one in the fridge. It's like sometimes when you just want to chug an ice cold beer, it's like
it's gonna get you what you want.
Yeah.
It's gonna get you buzzed.
And you can't necessarily like chug an IPA to like quench. If it's a hot day and you just want to slam one down, like you can't really do that with like an IPA. It's a little too heavy.
I mean, I don't know, man. I can say I've never had one in my life.
Really?
Never.
Do you want to take a little taste of this?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, yeah, you got to try it. Just take a little swig.
All right.
Here, I'm gonna pour some out, and you can take some out of the bottle for the homies.
This is my first IPA, folks. Ever
This is your first ever?
First ever
Well,
IPA.
this is a good one to try for your first time. Actually, here, take a swig out of the glass. I trust your mouth.
Word. You hear that, honey? Somebody trust my mouth.
It smells good, right? It's floral. You're taking the first taste of it.
Yeah,
You don't like it?
No, it's good. It's just I know if I drank that whole glass, I'd be fucked up.
Well, yeah, that's the point.
I mean, you can just taste it. Like it's like, yeah, that's a fucking.
Oh my god, that's so good. It's very citrusy.
It is good.
I like that a lot.
It is good.
Well,
Man.
I actually prefer this over their common Racer 5 Drift Racer. Everybody, go ahead and get that. I believe it's new and it's out. Should be on the shelves by now. It's called the Drift Racer the Hazy Double IPA. It's fucking bomb.
It'll fuck you up.
You want to try it? It's really good. You had to run in here and taste it.
Yeah.
Here, take the rest of that. Are you sure?
Nice to see you guys. Hello.
Are you heading out? All right. Vicky, everybody.
There you go. The fiance of Ryan.
The kids love her. The kids love her. All right, dude. So, we were talking about ICP.
Yeah, you're giving them a hard time, bro. Those guys.
Are they from Jersey?
No, they're from Detroit, dude.
They're from Detroit. Okay, I don't know where the fuck.
we don't got all the slums.
Whatever other dirty dirt town they're from. Joking.
Well, I mean, they're from Detroit. It's kind of like Newark, or Trenton.
Where? See.
Newark's all right. Like if you go to like Camden or Trenton, dude, be careful.
Where is that?
Trenton's the capital of New Jersey.
Okay. See how bad I am about dude, I'm so west side, I don't even have any interest in going to the east side. And I hope you don't take any offense.
I don't take offense to it, dude.
Vicky and I talk. I'm no interest in going to New York. I'm fuck all that. We got downtown LA, and I hate that. So
it's overrated. It's overrated. The New York you would have liked.
I hear I'd like Manhattan.
No, you would have liked Manhattan when I grew up as a teenager. Now, it's garbage. It's been gentrified. All the record stores are gone. All the cool places to go are gone.
Really?
Yeah, man. It's a shell. It's a shell of what it used to be. It's old name.
It's a bummer. So what was it like? You grew up in New Jersey.
I grew up in Jersey City.
Jersey City.
Jersey, New Jersey.
Okay.
I mean,
how was that growing up out there? I know that this is like the common thing that people do when especially Californians, man. I have no dude. I'm so sheltered here in Southern California.
Mhm.
It's like it's not even funny.
I mean, it's I grew up in the hood. It's hood.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's a nice area, and then there's 99.9% hood.
Right.
you know? I mean, but it was cool. It was.
Yeah.
I love Jersey City, man. You know, I mean, I go there, bro. I could just go. I'm home. This is good. I know where I'm going.
Have you heard of Joey Diaz, comedian?
No.
Dude, I'm gonna give you a list of podcasts that you need to listen to
All
when
right.
you go home. You can listen to them on the plane
There
on
we
your
go.
way back. So the Church of What's Happening Now with Joey Diaz. He's from Jersey. He's a comic out here,
Okay.
Cuban guy, and he's hilarious.
What part of Jersey from?
I mean,
it's a big motherfucking
I'm not sure.
state.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly where, but he's been around. He's like an East Coast guy. He tells these crazy fucking stories. Here, fuck, I'll just bring one up. We can just fucking listen to. I don't know, why not? It's my show. I can do whatever I want, right?
There you go.
Let's see. Well, we got to get to this Insane Clown Posse song as well. Let's see. I'll see if I can get this guy. You never seen him before? He's been on Rogan a lot.
Oh, that motherfucker that passed out getting high.
He passed out.
I think that's the motherfucker who took a couple too much hits of some sativa, and he started fucking snoring.
Well, his co-host was his producer that he
he's an Italian. He sounds like a guinea.
Yeah. Let's see.
He passed out on a podcast. He was so fucking high.
No, I think it was Lee that passed out.
Well, I thought it was this guy.
It was his producer. Let me see. I want to see the one. Okay, Joey Diaz. Fucking.
I swear, he looks like he's straight out of Goodfellas.
Yeah, and that's why he got a lot of like mafia roles when he was starting out. Fuck, man, I can't find the one that I want to show you. But he's hilarious. Let's see. Fuck it, we'll just play this one.
I could get off 178th Street, walk 3 blocks in either direction 30 years ago, 20 years ago, and buy a gun.
That's great.
Coke, heroin, weed. I didn't know meth or anything like that.
I wouldn't know the first step to get a gun.
Cocksucker.
The first
Oh,
step.
all right. So you walk off. Back in those days, this is how crazy it was. In those days, you walked off Port Authority, you walked onto Broadway, and I'm gonna fuck up the streets. You get off on 178, 176.
Yeah.
You walk 2 blocks, and they used to be on the corner. There was a Cuban place, and I would go in there, sit down, talk to people, like just talk. Whatever. I'd order and eat, and then from there, I would walk around the block to that park. There's a park right there. I'm not good with names. I bought a few guns there in '85.
So he's talking about being on the. I think it's.
That's uptown New York,
Yeah.
170 something street. But I mean, I think that's like the Bronx.
Yeah.
Or something. So I mean, that place is still gangsta. You don't go to the Bronx, dude, unless you know somebody in the Bronx.
Well, anyway, you should check out his podcast. I think you'd really enjoy it.
I like this dude, man. He's funny. I didn't know he had his own show.
Yeah, it's called The Church of What's Happening Now. It's hilarious. Anyway, well, we really enjoyed you coming down here. I'm pretty happy that we finally got to you,
dude. I'm telling you right now, man. It's finally good to meet people that I've been just chatting or seeing pictures on the internet.
For sure, man. So I'm gonna get into this. You were sitting here defending ICP,
ICP kicks ass.
We're gonna get into this right now. Tell me again they kick ass and read these fucking lyrics and tell me how much they kick ass.
Come on, man.
We got a theory. We got a theory about magic.
This shit is hilarious because we laughed so hard at these lyrics because everything they're saying is magic and like miracles is basic science.
But come on, man. They're evil clowns, man.
but I've seen miracles in every way.
And I see miracles every day. Ocean spanning beyond my sight.
And a million stars way above them at night. You don't have to be high to look in the sky and know that's a miracle open wide.
Look at the mountains, trees, the seven seas.
And everything chilling underwater, please. Hot lava, snow, rain and fog.
Long-necked giraffes and pet cats and dogs.
I kind of think. I mean,
Long-necked giraffes and cats and dogs. Those are miracles, bro.
I mean, I know those motherfuckers don't believe in no fucking nothing like that.
Hot lava. Like, if how can you ever like just subjectively say hot lava and not actually be talking about like the fire you're spitting? You just no one's ever rapped about a mountain.
Dude, but it's ICP, bro.
And I've seen 85,000 people all in one room together as equal.
Pure magic is the birth of my kids. I seen shit that'll shock your
The
eyelids.
sun
Now I don't think my eyelids will ever be shocked.
I just think they just took like the fucking most funniest shit just that rhymes and put it all in one
Shock my
sentence.
eyelids? I mean, I've been shocked before, but my eyelids. I mean, they've done some things like I mean, all they do is cover my eyes. I don't. Why would you say eyelids? All right.
Shaggy
and the
too
moon
dope.
and even Mars.
The Milky Way, a fucking shooting star.
Fucking shooting stars.
UFOs.
A river flows.
Plant a little seed and nature grows.
Niagara Falls and the pyramids.
Everything you believed in as kids.
Fucking rainbows. After it rains, there's enough miracles here to blow your brains.
Oh man.
Fucking rainbows. That's a quote from. All right, I'll stop making fun of them.
I mean, dude, these guys. I mean, they.
I get it, man. Respect. Came out of Detroit.
Oh my god, man. They are a hard pill to swallow, man. All right, I'll admit that, bro. It's not easy, man. It's not easy.
It's not easy being a clown. Do you watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Dude, I'd never even. I
What?
don't even know what that is.
Oh my goodness, dude! You got to watch that show.
What the hell is it?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's
Really? It is?
That's the name of the show. You never seen that show before? Oh
No.
my god, it's so fucking
I think it's
funny.
false advertising. I thought it rained in fucking
Well, that's
Philly.
that's the premise of the show. It's fucking great.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
It's a new drop I got. I just wanted to hit it.
Dude, I saw a video yesterday, right, of a frog taking a shit.
Frog
And-
taking a shit.
And it looked like a fucking regular human turd. The shit was longer than the frog.
Yo, speaking of shit, we have this homeless guy down the street, right? And he shits. I swear to God, probably in the same pile every day. Like I don't understand,
He's got his own spot.
dude. And it's like it's fucking down. It's down the side of the building. Like you can tell he puts his ass cheeks against the wall and shits and lets it slide down into a pile. There's a homeless guy down the
Oh
street
my
that does it. And it's like, dude, once I mean, we walked by it and it was like, dude, how does he shit that much? Like, aren't you supposed to be starving and homeless?
Well, why
Like,
would you shit on the wall?
well, you gotta balance it somehow.
I mean, come on.
I mean, if he's gonna shit on the sidewalk, he may as well get it.
I mean, even Smokey shit in the grass, bro. What the fuck, dude?
Well, Smokey had a house to shit behind. Dude, this guy is fucking. Just,
Oh, dude, you need to get that guy on the fucking podcast.
yeah,
You know,
fuck that.
why do
Smelling
you-
like shit.
Why do you shit on the walls, guy? That's probably how the guy sounds.
That's probably how he said. No, fuck this guy. I miss my old homeless guy.
You right? You had dibs on him. I miss my old homeless guy.
My old homeless guy. He used to watch my car. Like I gave him a pack of cigarettes, and he would
the
just
fuck
he would
outta
sleep
here.
by my car. He was my personal security guard. I just
Oh my god!
this guy I gave him a water bottle. He didn't even say thank you.
Oh, fucking douchebag!
Fucking asshole.
Go shit on the wall.
Go shit on the walls. Shit in the alley. Go
Right.
sleep in your shit.
Maybe that's why he's trying to get your attention, making Picasso's on the wall. With shit.
He's trying to get my attention.
wait,
What is
so-
that? That's his love letter out of his asshole.
Wait, so what happened to your other homeless guy?
So my other homeless guy, I forgot his name. I don't even think I got his name, but
He works pretty cheap. It sounds.
yeah. Well, he was like a sweetheart of a guy. You know, he was actually he was a young dude, and he was pretty nice. You know, I gave him a pack of cigarettes, and he was just so fucking. He asked me for a cigarette. I was trying to quit anyway, so I just gave him the rest of my pack, and I've since quit smoking.
Thank God.
But I mean, I vape.
Well, I don't believe in God, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
I stopped smoking for 2 years and 3 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a hard fucking thing to do.
the last time I had a cigarette, I think was like maybe like a month ago, and it was just like just a one-off. My
Yeah.
vape died. Oh, I was at the concert at the System show. That's what it was, like a couple weeks ago.
And you found somebody that would actually give you a cigarette in those fucking shows?
Yeah, well, I was with somebody that was smoking like a chimney, and like I smoked one. It made me sick, like because I was already drunk, and then smoking that cigarette when you're.
Because I figured at those shows, it'd probably like $20 for a Lucy.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
No, I was with somebody that had a pack, but anyway, I gave him a pack of cigarettes, and so he would always talk to us, say good morning and all that stuff, and he'd give me like a report, like he'd be like, oh yeah, I was over here last night, I saw some people hanging around your guys' cars, and so I just watched them, made sure they didn't do anything.
What the fuck?
And so this is one of my new bits that I'm working on. Actually, I'm just like, oh yeah, some people got low jack, I just got Jack. He just hangs out by my car and watches it for me.
Did he have like an itinerary? Because this is what I do, boss.
Yeah, I gave him a clipboard, fucking pack of cigarettes, and some readers, and he was able to.
Dude, what the fuck? I like this guy, bro.
Give me a report, dude. No, he just disappeared one day. I was gonna give him I packed up a bag of clothes I was gonna give him,
Man.
and he just was gone.
Dude, I really think they were in a union, and he probably got transferred.
Right, he got promoted.
I'm telling you, there's too many out there, bro. I'm like, yo, you guys are working together.
Yeah, you're
in
gonna
shifts and shit.
You're
man.
probably gonna drive through Skid Row when you go down that way. Have you ever seen it?
I've heard about it.
It's The Walking Dead, dude.
Oh man.
It's like it's an apocalypse.
I
town.
mean, I saw it on a documentary. That's just like it's close.
It's
as I
fucking
got to
crazy. You're gonna trip out if you've never seen that many homeless people before. Like, dude, it's a whole town on the street.
It's fucking
Tents and tarps and people.
It's
and,
insane.
yeah.
I was telling Amanda, Rat's girlfriend.
Mhm.
I was like, it's insane that your mayor, your governor, whatever, lets that shit fucking slide.
It's crazy
because it's like it's
here
in the middle of
here in San
right here.
Francisco are like two of the worst cities, with homeless people.
Because at least in New York, they live in the subways, bro. They're underground. You don't
Yeah.
see them.
Well, that's where
You
they're
know?
at in San Francisco as well.
I mean, over here, it's like, dude, it's like right in your face.
Dude,
bro.
I saw this video. Oh fuck, here I'll bring it up. This is why I'm so happy I finally got this shit
That's
hooked up.
awesome. I can't believe you just slide it right over.
Yeah, dude, I saw this video of all these junkies in the subway in San Francisco, and it's like it's fucking crazy. Watch, subway, San Francisco. Look at this dude just walked down the hallway filming. Fucking shut up, bitch. Hold on. Stupid ads. I need to get an ad blocker.
Got that New York hat on.
Of what's going on in one of the busiest BART stations in the Bay Area. Several junkies blatantly shooting up out in the open, others slumped along the corridors. This is San Francisco Civic Center station. We sent KPIX5's Wilson Walker to ask the mayor and BART, what are you doing about
they're
all
like
of this?
openly just shooting up and all fucking smacked out. Look at
IV drug use,
Wow.
unconscious men and women, piles of vomit on either side of the hallways. This is a morning walk through the Civic Center BART and Muni station.
And one morning, I got to pull out the camera. I got to show my friends this. They're not going to believe it.
And over the course of a week, Shannon Gafford documented his trip to work. You may find the video shocking. You may find it routine.
Every day, every morning, 5:30, 6 o'clock. I mean, you can see there's dozens of them. And needles everywhere.
I'm not
crack, heroin.
It's a real concern
Look at
for
that
our
guy.
riders, and we appreciate that. What we have to
Oh,
do
he's
is
in the
make the
zone,
most
bro.
of
He's like,
resources,
fuck.
the limited
He's hovering, bro.
resources
He was
that
in the
we have.
zone.
BART, which has been pledging to address these problems, says it's recruiting more community service officers, more than 30 new sworn officers, and 20 new stations.
But I like how it took like somebody to just put it on social media.
It looks like Manhattan in the 80s.
Well, I wouldn't know, but I mean, I guess so. It's pretty fucking Crazy, man.
Wow, man. I mean, really though, it like you said, it really did take somebody to fucking.
It took somebody like all they did was they turned a blind eye for so many years, and now it's like, yo, now other people from around the world can finally see it.
Dude, I just think it's really ballsy. They're out there shooting in broad daylight in front of everybody.
I don't give it because no one wants to do anything about it.
They don't just lock them up, put them in prison for having heroin.
Well, they can't because then they'll die from withdrawals.
Nah, man, they got more for they fucking just put people in prison just to fucking make shit and build shit. And,
well, yeah, that's
true. That's just more labor.
But yeah, they can't. I mean, they're supposed to put them in like rehab centers or whatever because then they have to take
Dude, that's just
what's it called, methadone or whatever.
But what is it like? There was like fucking 12 to 13 people shooting up dope. It's like, yo,
right in the open. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. But anyway, Skid Row's kind of like that.
Damn.
Actually, it's weird, dude. One time I was driving through. It was like a real foggy night.
Oh shit!
I'm driving, dude. It was seriously a horror movie. Like there's people because there's all kinds of tweakers over there, on the streets and on Skid Row, and they're just wandering the streets like they're zombies, dude. It's like
holy shit.
Dude, when they did the spinoff Fear the Walking Dead, that's in this area.
They did a. You fucking serious?
Yeah, you seen okay, The Walking Dead.
Yeah, no, I know the spinoff, but they did it over here.
Yeah, it's right here.
Wow.
It's right here. So like if you watch that first season, it's all in East LA.
They didn't even have to get extras.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we were saying. I mean, that was the ongoing joke was like just fucking walk through Skid Row. It was like you don't gotta hire anybody.
Like I say, I can't believe they're letting that shit fucking slide in public, broad daylight.
Jay Hollingsworth says he's gonna murder me.
Oh,
I love him. It's a great comic. You should check him out. Just try to get him on. Anytime he's in the East Side, he's from Boston.
But I'm not that one, dude. Nah, I'm playing.
But anyway, so you were in a band. You said you before.
A few of them.
So what do you vocals or?
I used to in a punk band. I used to do vocals and guitar.
Okay.
It was called Bug Lover. That was basically like my stuff I wrote when I was a sophomore through senior in high school.
Yeah.
Then after I got out of high school, that's when the whole new metal movement happened and shit. And I had a rap metal band.
Okay.
It was like in
Limp Bizkit.
Kinda, yeah. But I mean,
ICP. Now I see where the ICP
I see
love comes from.
Nah, there was no idea. You would not even hear it in it. It was more like you mix Korn and Mr. Bungle and Limp Bizkit in one little ball.
Okay.
And then take a piece of that ball, then you had us.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, that was a band called One Missing. And then after that, I mean, that only lasted 2 years. And then, I was basically into promoting shows.
Yeah.
Like me and my friends were promoting local shows for a few years. And then I wound up being a guitar player for an industrial metal band called Dark Matter from like 2005 on and off to like 2011.
It's a good name. So so you're in two bands, and then what? You just start the podcast after?
I said it on your brother's show. I got kicked out of the band on Facebook.
Nice.
I looked on Facebook and I wasn't in the band. I wasn't on the list no more. So basically, I said fuck him, and I still say fuck him even on the podcast. Fuck Victor Colazzo.
There you go.
And
you heard it here first, guys. Actually, you heard it on Rat Talk first, probably.
Well, I didn't say his name, but I said,
all right. Well, fuck him.
Fuck Victor Colazzo. But yeah. So basically, after he kicked me out the band because they were gonna play like a show because the major studio that was in our town called Pearl Studios was getting knocked down because they wanted to build a courthouse where he had the studio.
Oh, okay.
So they were throwing two big shows. So the show that Dark Matter was that played, he kicked me out the band thinking I wasn't gonna fucking play the show. But then there was a punk band called Hudson County Scumbags who needed a bass player. And they were like, yo, can you learn 11 songs? And they were like, can you learn 11 songs? And I was like, yeah. So I learned 11 songs within 24 hours. And then we fucking played the fucking show, which is on YouTube. Look up Hudson County Scumbags. We played the Pearl Studio show, and dude, we killed it. We were the best band that night.
Sweet. So what's the scene? Is there like a punk metal scene out there where you grew up? Because you said you grew up kind of where like in a What area of New Jersey did you grow up?
No, well, Jersey City, man. I grew
Jersey
up.
City, you said,
yeah,
yeah,
I grew
okay.
up. I grew up in the Latin area.
Okay.
Because you got the.
But what? There, I mean, they're not Mexicans over there. They're like Cubans, or.
Oh no! You have a lot. You have Mexicans. You have Cubans, Dominicans. It's like you have
okay.
you have the whole
Melting pot.
spectrum.
That's kind of where it is right here. It's mostly this area. It's Salvadorians and Mexicans mostly. But yeah,
It's
they're all Mexican.
Oh no, I can't say that. I can't say that.
I always fuck with my chick.
Fuck Mexico!
I just.
That's low blow right there, man.
I always mess with Vicky. I grew up Latin community and.
But what are you?
I'm half white.
All right.
So I mean, me and Matt, we're half brothers. So like, but his dad is my stepdad.
Oh, well, you're down me.
What's that?
You're down me. We got the white.
Yeah. So I got but I grew up mostly in, like, you saw where that house that we all grew up in. It's just unfortunate that none of us learned Spanish. My grandparents, my grandpa knows Spanish because he grew up. I mean, he was an old school fucking vato in San Gabriel. That's where he was. You ever watch like La Bamba and like that's his neighborhood. That's what he was.
Shit.
Yeah. Or what's another one? Like any of those lowrider movies. Like that was like my grandpa's shit. Like he was in like a lowrider club.
All right.
Club. They were a fucking gang.
They were cool, man. Your grandparents are cool, bro.
But my grandma, her mom was the one that I guess she was from Texas.
Okay.
And she was an orphan, so we don't really know where she came from. But her and her sisters wound up in like San Diego, and then they wound up here.
Mm-hmm.
But it was around the time of like World War II.
All right.
And they had to try and act like they weren't immigrants. Or they didn't speak, they had to act like they didn't speak any Spanish, because they were rounding up people who didn't speak English.
Yeah, great country we live in, right?
So,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, so they kind of grew up that way, like, oh, we're American, like we don't speak Spanish, like in the house or whatever.
Well, I'll trip you out with this one, Mike. My mother's grandfather. Yeah, my mother's grandfather snuck out of Germany during when Hitler was trying to do his gentrification.
Right.
And snuck out of Germany and came to America and changed his religion.
Wow.
To hide from the Nazis because he thought the Nazis were going to take over the world and come get him.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, my heritage is from Belgium.
Belgium?
Yeah. So
good chocolate.
So the only thing I know is that they were traveling back and forth around that time.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm like, part of me wants to say that they were doing something good.
Well, I mean, maybe they were gypsies. Gypsies.
That's what I was told. Yeah, but who the fuck knows? I don't really know too much about that family. I don't talk to my dad, so that's a whole other thing. But anyway, so with your pod, do you do any sort of like local? I mean, you have a lot of local bands out there, right?
There's more than I ever thought.
Oh yeah, I would imagine. I mean,
doing the show, I'm like, I didn't even know half these fucking bands existed.
Yeah,
because I was in my own little bubble.
But isn't that nice though? Like when you start doing something that kind of can cross promote, you meet other people who you can become fans of.
Yeah.
Like through doing these shows. I mean, I've met so many people doing acting and.
Well, I'm a big fan of Scribble.
Oh yeah,
and
he's great.
I love that dude. I haven't met him. But I mean, I heard him and I interviewed him from Matt.
Yeah.
And I was like, that motherfucker's killer.
Yeah, he's really good, and he comes from all his inspirations are like the whole new metal rap rock too. So he's a great dude. Shout out Scribble.
Scribble.
So what's been your favorite thing so far about being out here in Cali?
Dude, I mean, I love seeing my family out here.
Yeah.
I mean,
so you have cousins and shit out
here.
Well,
they're brothers from another mother kind of thing.
Gotcha.
I mean, I've known them for 30 years, so it's like blood is. I mean, we don't need blood. We're family.
Right.
So I've known them for
I
like
got you.
30 years.
Like Ricky C and Garrett. Those.
Okay, God bless Ricky C.
Rest in peace, Ricky C.
I do cocaine.
Rest in peace, Ricky C. Yeah, I mean, I've known Ricky since I was 5 years old, so he's like, he's my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Exactly. So I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, they were from Jersey too.
Yeah, and they moved down
They
here.
moved over here, and they got their life over. They've been over here for like 10 to 13 years already.
Okay.
So I mean,
but they're in like San Bernardino County.
Well,
right?
no. Well, one of my friends and his wife and kids, they live in Redlands, and another one, his brother with his wife and kids, they live in Oceanside.
Oh, okay. Oceanside's nice.
It's a pretty far fucking gap. Like,
Yeah, that is really far. I mean, it's a couple hours. Yeah. So what? Besides doing the show, what else did you get into while you're out here?
I mean, to me, it's just being with my friends. Because
Yeah.
going when I go back home, I have my wife, I have my family, my regular family out there. My immediate family.
You don't have any kids, right?
No. Almost. Almost. But whoever the fuck is up there decided it wasn't going to go down. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Hey, you wonder why I don't like religion, motherfuckers.
Yeah. So how'd you meet your wife? You said she's Peruvian.
Blind date.
Really?
A blind fucking date. I was going through a divorce. I met a girl in Venezuela, and married her, whatnot. And after she came to this country, all of a sudden, after a month, she decided to go move with her cousin or whatever to Oklahoma. And she found some rich white guy. But I mean, they're married. They got 2 kids, so I'm happy for them.
But you were already married to her.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Well, it took a couple of years, but I mean, for them to have the kids or whatever. But yeah, she met him while we were married, and then we got a divorce. And then I was going through my shit, and then one of my friends was like, "Yo, you want to go out on a date with one of my wife's friends?" Yeah, whatever. And we went on a date, and now we've been fucking going on. It's gonna be 8 years next summer.
Sweet. Well, good for you, man. Is there anything else you wanna get out there before we wrap this up? I think we'll do a little shorty here because I still got to do an intro. So
no, don't worry about it, dude. I mean, dude, I'm fucking happy.
I just wanted to have you on because I take advantage of the opportunity that you're in Cali. From the Dungeon Podcast, great way to promote local bands from New Jersey. If you ever wanted to take a listen and hear what's going on the East Side.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, I love playing a lot of the bands from the West Side over here.
Yeah, it's I appreciate people like what you and Matt are doing because it's a really great way because the terrestrial radio isn't playing anything fucking new.
Exactly.
And the only way I come across any new music is if like something comes on my Pandora on like that's something that I just that or podcasts or going to live shows. I mean, there's a huge punk and metal scene out here, so I'm always trying to get some new shit, trying to get some new.
You're in a cool fucking band, Dick Neptune and the Rusties.
Yeah, it's a fun little fuck around band. They're my buddies. Half of them are comics. So.
Dude, fucking Dick Neptune's a fucking tall motherfucker, though, man.
He's a big guy. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's a big mother, and he's this weird dance.
When he was jumping, I was like, that dude's gonna go in the ceiling, bro. He's fucking half tall, bro.
Yeah, man. Well, we'll just go ahead and wrap it here. Thanks so much for coming by. I really appreciate you coming through and hanging out and partying California style, bro. And I have to try and get out to.
Like I told you, brother. Matt, dude. I was like, yo, if you're ever over here and you're in the Jersey City area, like you go to EWR or whatever, yo, just let me know, man. I'll fucking get you, and you could stay in my crib, man. It's not that fucking far.
Cool, man. Well, if anything. If that ever happens, it's probably because I'm going out there for a gig, which is hopefully coming up soon. So, all right, man. Dee Rotten, thank you so much for coming by. You can hear him on. I wish we could have got you on FamCast. That would have been a lot of fun.
Dude, I would love to have fucking been on FamCast.
That would have been a lot of fun. We could have geeked out on some movies. If you only had stayed one more day.
Damn job.
But yeah, we appreciate your support. We appreciate everything. We'll keep in contact and
I'll be back, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be fucking back.
Yeah, hopefully you bring the wife next time.
Yeah, gotta pull her from clawing the floor like. Nah,
she doesn't travel much.
Nah, she's a homebody, man.
Yeah,
but you know what? I'll get her over here.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And then, maybe hopefully next time I have a bigger place so we can accommodate you more. All right, thanks so much, man. We'll wrap it here. We'll say goodbye to everybody on Facebook. Anything you want to plug? You want to plug your show? Any? Follow you on Twitter, Instagram.
I mean, I got Indra Cold coming on this Saturday on the podcast. They're going to be live in the dungeon. And make sure you check out November. I have the drummer from Mama Luke, Chris Coppinger. I got the One Missing special coming up on November 10th. And I'm trying to think who else. Oh, I have Malatora. Second time on the podcast. They'll be up November 1st.
Cool. Those are all local Jersey bands.
Yeah, they're all Indra Cold's just coming out. They're just dropping their stuff right now. Malatora's they've been out for a few years, and Murph, Mr. Coppinger, they've been around hitting the local scene with Mama Luke.
Cool. All right, guys, there you go. Check out From the Dungeon podcast. Thanks so much, man.
Peace.